YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet of the Madden 18 Dallas Cowboys franchise. This is the Cowboys Insider, and this is episode 44 as we're taking a look at the Conference Championship. It was a big game there. We won this one 55-21 against the Seattle Seahawks in a rematch from week 17. Week 15, I believe, of the regular season. So, everything was on the line here. It was, of course, the conference championship. That means the winner of this moves on to the Super Bowl. And, of course, we were trying to be one of those two teams to face either the Patriots or the Steelers. And we'll see who we're going to be facing here in just a bit. So, to start off here, the first drive was not a fun one for us as Dak Prescott gave up a interception for a pick six to Bobby Wagner, and that was the start of what I thought was going to be a very bad day. Then eventually we were able, I think that it wasn't this, was it for, I don't know if I can't remember if it was a second drive or a third drive, but we were able to score and get down the field. And then we had a one possession lead and going to the half. And then starting the third quarter, things started breaking down for the Seahawks, and they didn't really score in the second half at all. They only scored those 21 points in the first half, and from there on in the second half, it was pretty much all the Dallas Cowboys offense and defense that came alive and did their job, and especially towards the end there, Cowboys defense got two fumble recoveries. Both of those fumble recoveries, one of which was a fumble recovery, and then we turned around and able to score. The second was a fumble recovery, and then we were able to take for a six. So a recovery six, I guess you could say there on that one. We were able to win that game 55-21. Let's take a look at the numbers there. Dak Prescott, not clean as a sheet, but he did play a pretty good game there. Had that one interception, but it had some touchdowns there, I believe. 3 for the game, 1 to Jason Witten, 2 to Des Bryant. Also, big day there for our running backs, especially Zeke. Zeke also had a catch there. He had a catch for 12 yards there. I was going to start throwing to him, maybe having him in the running game or in the passing game some there, but I decided not to after we actually had some holes open up for ourselves there in the running game where we had some help from Bird and from McFadden. And I think I pretty much already said this already, but for the most part here, I think Bird is pretty much, he's our legit second string guy for next season, who we can rely on being that guy there who can take over in that second place position and really do a number for us. They're helping out Zeke. So that's going to be very nice. Now we just have to go either free to see or go, draft-wise maybe for a third back there. But take a look at the news there. Did a great job. The Steelers go on and they win their game against the Patriots in a very close game there. We'll see that here in just a bit. It's a very close matchup between those two teams. And they move on now to the Super Bowl. They'll be facing us there coming up for Super Bowl, I believe, 52 coming up here in the here in a couple weeks. So bye week coming up next week. We'll have we'll talk about the who made the Pro Bowl numbers and look at the Pro Bowl numbers in general. This week we're not going to get into too much of the Steelers here. Just kind of talk about this game here. And like I said, it was a really good game. We did a great job there defensively, and we just came out to play. It was really nice for them. With the, like I said, the setback there with Dak. Really try. I thought after that, I'm like, okay, this is going to be just a long night. Hopefully, we'll just try to avoid, Bobby Wagner as much as possible, trying to misdirect him in some cases there. But yeah, Wagner, player of the game there last week. You see Zeke Elliott, he was a player of the game there. He had a really nice day there too. Of course, we'll take a look here at the Patriots game. 49-35. Yes, thank you, Steelers there, knocking off the Patriots there. hopefully this will be it for Tom Brady in his time in Foxborough, but chances are probably not. But it doesn't really matter because we're going to be moving on to Madden 19 anyway. So, but just kind of finish off this season. There you see the numbers there. 224 yards there for Ben. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Brady, 4 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions, 424 yards there. He got sacked once. And he had, what was it, 39 of 56. Wow, he was throwing a lot. And then 19 of 26 there for Ben Roethlisberger. So Tom Brady had more touchdowns, but he also had the most interceptions in the game there. And still they could not win it, which meant the defense of the Steelers must have really did a great job stepping up there. I would say probably 2 of those 4 interceptions were probably pick sixes, I would imagine. We'll take a look here at the more of the numbers here defensively, but thank you, Big Ben and the Steelers, for winning that one. 102 yards there, 23 carries, and 2 touchdowns there for Le'Veon Bell. James White, 17 of 62, and 1 rushing touchdown, 1 fumble in the game, and a broken tackle. Bell had 2 broken tackles in that ball game. And then Lewis there, it looked like 9 carries for 44 yards. But there you see, oh wow, Alfred Bell, or Blue, their former, not Bell, but it's Blue, former Texan. 6 carries, 19 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns there. Wow, talk about something there. As he was able to step up and win that game there. Help out that ball club there. I mean, not a big rushing day, but getting 3 scores there. That was they're probably all in the red zone there. Did a great job. But there you see 104 yards, 7 receptions there, and 1 touchdown there for Mr. Brown. And then you take a look at the rest of the numbers there. But I believe Gronk, he had 2 touchdowns. He had 8 catches for 52 yards. So that's kind of that might have been the reason why they lost, is they didn't have Gronk there too much involved in the game. So you see Dwayne Allen, 1 reception, 6 yards, 1 touchdown there. So yeah, tough, kind of an odd day there for Patriots. They're not getting a victory there. High scoring game, both defenses, of course, not playing very well. Just like ours, and just like how the Seahawks were playing too. But to say the least there, it looked like a pretty good game there, and it looks like it came down to basically who had the ball, in last possession in that game, and it happened to be the Steelers. So we'll take on the Steelers there. And that one is kind of funny because, ironically, the last before this series we had of the Dallas Cowboys, we had the Steelers, who went on to win a couple Super Bowls in that series that I played, and wrapped it up there. So we'll be playing against the Steelers for the Super Bowl here coming up, and that video we'll have a preview video of that coming up here in a couple of days here on the channel. So that video, and then of course the Super Bowl video, and then the wrap up of that will pretty much finish up the remaining video. It'll be the Pro Bowl video, which we'll get into, and then we'll get into a more of a preview of just kind of showing the matchups and showing the team guys that are on the team for the Steelers coming up in that game. So should be a fun game. They only got 1 injury right there. It's key injury. That's Marcus Pouncey. Pouncey out for that partial ACL tear. He's going to be out for 4 weeks. So he's pretty much done for the season. So that's the only significant injury, their center. But for the most part here, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's all the key players are there. Ben, of course, Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and then defensively they're pretty solid there. So, it's going to be a battle. We'll see whose defenses are going to be able to show up, or I should say, the way that both teams have been playing here lately, which offenses are going to show up. So, basically, it's going to really come down for us. It's going to come down how well Dak Prescott's going to be playing. So, if Dak Prescott's going to be playing good, then we have a good shot. If he's playing bad, not so good shot. So, it just comes down to that, and we'll see how that all fares coming up here. You see Ryan Shazier, Dupree, Pouncey, Davis, DeWitt, TJ Watt, JJ Watt's brother. All those good players there on that team. They got a pretty good defensive team there, and if anything, they're going to be Le'Veon Bell's going to be either key to everything. Well, actually, I should say Brown's going to be their key, because they're probably throw on him as much, because our secondary is not the greatest. I would say our secondary is probably the weakest. But the way they've been playing here in this postseason so far, they've been showing up. They've been taking advantage of it, especially towards the end of the game for whatever reason. Kind of wish they would start right at the beginning, start of it and get it done and score there defensively there for us. But we have to take what we have and kind of move on with it. So, but coming up in the next episode, we'll have the Pro Bowl episode. We'll show you what guys went to the Pro Bowl and all that, and then look at our team stats for both for the Cowboys and for the Steelers. We'll show you guys a quick Steelers matchup of what our game plan is for them, and also take a look at how we'll fare against them and all that kind of stuff. So we'll look at the numbers there and see what we can do coming up for the Super Bowl. So a bit of a Super Bowl preview, I guess you could say, in this episode or in that next episode for the most part. So we'll just kind of get ready for the Super Bowl game. It's gonna be a big game. Steelers Cowboys classic. I think they met a couple times there in the 70s. So classic rivalry there for the Super Bowl. We'll see how this goes. I might have to do some research on them. How many times they went to the Super Bowl against each other? I know they went quite a few. So we'll see how that goes here coming up in the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Dallas Cowboys franchise. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord for the latest news and events. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified when videos are uploaded onto the channel. And that is it for this episode of the Dallas Cowboys Insider. As always, keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.